Good morning, Pokefans. Happy Tuesday. This is video number 2, so if you haven't seen video number 1, go ahead and click that one over there. But hello. My name is Matt. Welcome to Season 9, where we climb the ranked ladder to the Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. Now, if you haven't seen the first video, I'm going to give you a brief team rundown right now. Here is the team. It's still hyper offensive trick room using, but I do use and utilize a lot more priorities than I should realistically use. However, I do still have my trick room stopper, which may change later on during the season. We'll see and how it depends. And I only have 2 people that can protect ever. That's funny. I want more people that can protect on my team, but instead I'm using Dragonite extreme speed nonsense with Chan Pao, because why not? Chan Pao is really good. So we're gonna see if this team really does really well. I know it's really skimming, trust me. Okay, Chan Pao to Sucker Punch, Sacred Swords, Ice Spinner, and Protect. Get rid of the terrain as well as other things. Our Trick Room Stopper, Fluttermane, still using Imprison, Trick Room, Moonblast, and Shadow Ball. Iron Hands, who's new to the season, is Assault Vested. I believe he is impish nature. He's special at defense up, special attack down. I don't know which nature that is, but his EV set is all over the place to make sure that his defense and special defenses are equal to somewhat, but his special defense is going to be higher due to the assault vest. He's a fake outer, knows how to get HP back, so his stab moves are Drain Punch and Thunder Punch. I do not use Wild Charge just because of the recoil, but otherwise it's a really good move. And Heavy Slam just to knock out a majority of other Pokemon. We're using Urshifu again just because, you know, I like Urshifu. We're not using Regieleki this time. He seemed a little off, and that could be just because of how I used him, but he's just a little off. Dragonites, who is new to the season. He was in another season before, but I decided to not use him because he was teamed up with Indeedee and I was an idiot and didn't use him correctly. So there's that. And then Tornadus with Tailwind, Taunt, and Bleakwind still, but we could change that to something else later on during the season. We don't know. This is season 9. We're going to walk into our next match and see what happens after that. So yeah, I know it's a terrible breakdown. It's not terrible, but it's a really fast way of breaking down the team. It's going to be really interesting. We'll see how the season goes. But before we get into our first match, don't forget to do the YouTube things by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Do it. It's August. We're going to try to hit our goal of 400. We're still really close, and then we'll increase it to like 450 after that. We'll just go up by 50 every time, or even numbers. Is 450 even? 400 is. Anyway, we'll keep it going. We'll keep her going. So like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments. Now let's get into our first match of 5 for the day. Let's go. All right, our first match is here. We've got Lilligant, Torkoal, Indeedee, Hatterene, Glacier or something, and Iron Hands. So Trick Room team right off the bat. What do we need to do here? We need to knock out Lilligant and Torkoal, but we need to do it in a way that it makes sense, because Indeedee is now going to be on the field and Indeedee is going to control priority for us. So we need to play this correctly from here on out. We will bring out okay, so if Hatterene does come out now, we do need to do a lot of damage right away. So we are going to be realistically faster. So we could do, how do we want to do this? Urshifu, Chan Pao, Fluttermane, and Iron Hands. We'll go with these 4. Because I want to be able to have a way to be able to knock out that their Pokemon, and I don't want to be stuck in a way to where I don't have a way out, if that makes sense. I'm faster than most Pokemon on that team except for Lilligant, and I just have to make sure I don't get knocked out. Okay, Second Surge ends up for Indeedee, which is totally fine. So no priority moves can be used right now. So I'm going to Surging Strikes into Hatterene. And I'm going to Sacred Sword into Ice Spinner into Indeedee. Follow Me goes off. Totally fine. Ice Spinner will now go off, which is going to remove the Psychic Terrain. Ba-ba-da. Rocky Helmet does a little bit of damage to Chien-Pao. And we'll do a little bit of damage to Urshifu as well. 2 hits will go off. And here comes the Trick Room. Yep, there it is. Yeah, they sent out Iron Hands. Ooh, it's shiny. Swap out to Flutter Mane, and I'm gonna protect. And we'll see what happens. Booster Energy now goes off. Protect the Chien-Pao. Dazzling Gleam. Yep, it's not going to hurt the Chien-Pao. And it will hurt the Flutter Mane quite a bit. It will not knock it out though, but gets pretty close. And it's got Life Orb. Gotcha. Swords Dance on the Iron Hands. Okay, I'm going to try to... Well, Iron Hands is going to attack, so I think Flutter Mane is done here. I'll try it. I was a turn late, so I couldn't really do anything about it. But I'm going to Sucker Punch into the Hatterene. Doesn't knock it out. Gets pretty close, though. Psychic will knock out Flutter Mane, though. With the Life Orb on it, it's going to do a little bit of the recoil. Drain Punch. Knock out Chien-Pao. I knew it was going to be Trick Room, but it's like I couldn't do anything about it just because of the fact of Dragonite can't affect people that are touching the ground at the time. So he'd be locked into a slot that I couldn't really do anything for. We're going to Heavy Slam into... Should I Heavy Slam? I mean, Fake Out would be best right now. Yeah, Fake Out into Iron Hands. Terra Water. Close Combat. Or not Close Combat, but Aqua Jet. We'll see if that goes. See if that goes. Iron Hands will protect, which is totally fine, because I was going to Fake Out into that slot anyway. Aqua Jet into the Hatterene, which I'm hoping will knock it out. Does. Good job. Glass Terrier. Okay, Heavy Slam and Drain Punch will do a lot of damage, which I'm going to do that, and I'm going to protect with Urshifu. They're going to Terra. It's going to be for that Glass Terrier. Changed its typing so it doesn't get affected, so it's water now. That's totally dope. I'm okay with that. That would be like a really good candidate for a Trick Room user. Stompy Tantrum goes right into Iron Hands. Wild Charge will go into my protected Urshifu. And here comes Drain Punch. It's 100. Is that going to be enough? Oh, Twisted Dimensions return to normal, you say? I was just about to check that. So he's got a +2 to his attack. Thunder Punch to Glasteria. And Surging Strikes. I don't want to lower Surging Strikes to Iron Hands. So there you go. 1. It's not going to knock him out, but it's going to get pretty close. Berry? No, that would have procced already. Thunder Punch. Blaster doesn't knock him out. Gets pretty close though, and leaves him with the paralyze. Come on, Wild Charge goes right into Urshifu, which is going to knock him out, unfortunately. And what does Glasteria do? Iron Hands hit with recoil. Stomping Tantrum, which is going to not knock out Iron Hands. Gets pretty close though. Oh. I will Drain Punch the Glasteria. It's not going to do a whole lot, but I had to hit him over Iron Hands, even though I could have hit the other Iron Hands, knocked him out, and maybe got the potential paralyze, which would have possibly helped me, but it does not. But that's okay. Not bad for our first match with the new team. Alrighty, we've got Fluttermane, Tornadus, Chien-Pao, Dragonite, Ursaluna, and Cresselia. So a mixture of a team that dude, Trick Room's all over the place. Okay, so this is gonna be very, very interesting because we do have the same tech that we could use over and over and over again, which is amazing, by the way. They're not going to set up Trick Room, but it would be benefit for them to set up Trick Room for Ursaluna, especially after seeing my team of knockouts here. But they also see that I have Dragonite, Chien-Pao, which they're most likely going to have as well. And I almost copied their team straight word for word, except for I have Urshifu and Iron Hands, and they don't. So, we'll walk in with Tornadus, Iron Hands, Dragonite, and Chien-Pao. That's who we'll walk in with. We'll walk in with those 4 to see what happens. All this week, we're just trying to figure out what's a good open for our team and see which is more beneficial for us later on down the line. And that's what we're really looking towards, because I don't know. Cresselia and Ursaluna come up versus Iron Hands and Tornadus. Okay, so I want to taunt the Cresselia. And then I want to Drain Punch the Ursaluna, but I also have to Fake Out first. So I'm going to Fake Out. Wait, do I want to do that? Yes. I'm going to Fake Out and taunt, just in case. Fell for the taunt. There we go. That's what I wanted to try to prevent the mental herb. Earthquake from Ursaluna isn't going to do anything to Cresselia or Tornadus. It will do a little bit to Iron Hands, but not enough to knock him out. Taunt the Cresselia again, and we will... What do I have in the back? I have Dragonite. I could swap out immediately. I think that's the call. Iron Hands is in danger here. And I'm gonna taunt the Cresselia, so it's not gonna do a whole lot. Moonblast. And to the Dragonite, which is gonna pop the multi-scale. And the special attack fell. Facade over into Tornadus, which is gonna knock him out, unfortunately, but that's okay. Because Cresselia can't buff anymore. Let's see how this combo works on my side of the field, shall we? We are going to Ice Spinner into Ursaluna. And we're Terra, normal, extreme speed. Into Cresselia. Withdrew Cresselia. That's good. They sent out their own Tornadus. Shiny. They need to retreat Cresselia anyway, just so that they can shake off that taunt. But they also didn't get off Trick Room. Ursaluna's gonna protect, which is totally fine. Extreme speed. Boom. Oh, that's so powerful. Oh my goodness. Ice Spinner does nothing. Because Ursaluna is protected. Oh my goodness, so powerful. It's like I'm wielding everything from the dark side. This is Fluttermane. With the boost. And special attack was heightened. They haven't terra'd yet. So I'm going to Ice Spinner into Fluttermane, and I'm going to Extreme Speed into the Ursaluna, which may or may not knock him out now. Does not, but it gets really close. Here comes the attack into Fluttermane, and it's going to knock it out. Goodbye, which is who I was afraid of in the first place. Like, I should be afraid of Ursaluna too. But Chien-Pao could survive, and Dragonite can't, but that's okay. I had to make a choice to either knock out the Ursaluna or the Fluttermane, and I chose the Fluttermane. Fluttermane was going to use anything, really, to knock it out. It's going to be really, really hard. It's no longer taunted anymore, but that's totally fine, because I'm just going to Ice Spinner into the Ursaluna. Actually, it's going to protect this turn. So, Sacred Sword. I mean, it has to protect this turn. It has to. I'm going to Ice Spinner into that, and I'm going to... Oh, man. I mean, again, it has to, right? I'm going to Ice Spinner into that slot. I'm going to fake out Cresselia, because it's going to activate Trick Room again. Yes. See, like, I knew it. I knew it was going to protect. Fake out Cresselia. Does a little bit of damage. Doesn't really matter. It just stops her from attacking, and that's all that really matters. To me, that's all that really mattered. I just needed to make sure that she didn't attack. And Ursaluna now burns down. He's even further into the hole. I'm going to Ice Spinner into the Cresselia now, and I'm just going to Drain Punch into the Ursaluna. I think I'm faster than Ursaluna. I don't have any negative speed investment in my Iron Hands. I like to keep all my Pokemon at like hyper trained. So 31 all the way through. Just for like times like this, so like it's optimal to have it like negative or 0 speed investment, but I just like having everyone above just in case of stuff like this does happen. Moonblast, so Cresselia will attack first, which is totally fine. Question is, do I attack before Ursaluna? And I do. Very little. But that is a special attacker, and I've got Assault Vest, so I'm hoping that I'll survive next turn. We'll see. But it's down to 1 Pokemon each. Yeah, why not? Thunder Punch. It's a stab. Moonblast. Oh yeah, I'm totally fine. Thunder Punch. And they're paralyzed. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Thunder Punch again, let's go. That's so stupid. Oh my god. I don't feel like I should have won that. I probably should have got hit at least one more time, but I'm just coming up clutch with these paralyzed. Dang. All right, next match is up. We've got Alolan Muck, Scovillian, Grimmsnarl, Flamingo or something like that. Espeon and Sylveon. Interesting Pokemon here. So, question is, who do we bring up first? What is Alolan Muck? I don't remember. Oh, there goes my RGB stuff. Okay, that's fine. I want to say like Iron Hands would be really good here. I would be able to. No, Spirit Break is gonna be really damning here. Tornadus, Fluttermane, Yanpao, and Dragonite. Let's go with this team again. Let's go with that. I'm gonna figure out why my keyboard and stuff just stopped working. I have light up stuff for my computer, and sometimes the mouse, the keyboard, and the RAM sticks like just to turn off. It's weird. Can't rate those, but it's gonna be Grimmsnarl and Alolan Muck. I think Muck is poison first and foremost. I don't know about his other typing though, but we're gonna taunt the Muck, and I'm going to. I have Dragonite in the team, so if I want to, Terra normal extreme speed, I can't click that for now. But I am going to hit Grimmsnarl with a Moonblast to the face. IQ, why aren't you working? Didn't you have like an update or something like that? Latest version here. How about check for updates? Oh, cool. All right, so it's downloading the update. Alolan Muck will Terra Fire, which is totally cool. I'm okay with that. Taunt, so no minimized boldness. Light Screen will come from Grimmsnarl, which is going to lower down special moves, which is totally fine. Moonblast, bam. Does not one hit KO, but it gets really close. And I lower its special attack. Let's go. Knockoff. Okay. I mean, Fluttermane doesn't have an item, but that's totally cool for you if that's what you want to do. Tailwind next. And yeah, we'll just knock out the Grimmsnarl. At this point, I don't think it really matters. Right? I don't think it really matters. One or more. Okay, restart now. Cool. Tailwind goes off. Yes! And I got my keyboard stuff back. That's dope. Parting Shot, minus the 1, but it now disappears from the field, and the next Pokemon that comes in is going to get hit by the Moonblast. Now it is going to be minus 1, so it is quite a bit of a drop there. But it is Scovillian. Moonblast, boom. Does nothing. Knock off. knocks off Covert Cloak from Tornadus. Moody kicks in and lowers or ups its speed but lowers defenses. Okay. Now we're activate Bleak Wind, and I'm gonna swap. Yeah, I'll swap to Dragonite. I think that's a good call. I think that's a good call from there. I think Fluttermane's kind of served its purpose. I don't think it's going to really do a whole lot anymore. Muck is under taunt, so it can't like minimize, which is technically what it wants to do. It wants to minimize to raise its evasion and then get the effects of the Scovillain with its Moody ability, because like its alchemy or whatever takes that ability and uses it as its own. Scovillain will almost get knocked out by Bleak Wind, but it will miss the Muck. I lowered down Scovillain's speed, and it uses Overheat on Dragonite, which does nothing. But its a special attack will harshly fall. Knockoff will then hit Tornadus, but doesn't knock off, or it doesn't knock off an item, but it will shake off the taunt. We're not going to play this game because we're just going to immediately switch it to Chien Pao just to kind of go Stomping Tantrum to the Muck. Yes, we will do that 100%. It locks him into Stomping Tantrum, but that's okay. We still have Fluttermane in the back that we could swap out to. We still have Tornadus that we could swap out to, so if we need him, we could swap him out to a different tech. But here comes Dragonite with a Rage Powder. Good call. Stomping Tantrum will go to that slot instead, which then will cause him to get fainted, and then he absorbs that ability. Hour of Alchemy, Moody. Knockoff. It's gonna take off Focus Sash. So defense sharply rose and speed fell. So 2 stage up for one, and then 1 stage down for another. Grimmsnarl comes back out. And we will Ice Spinner into Grimmsnarl. And we will Terra Normal Stomping Tantrum. Right into the Dragonites. Now Grimmsnarl might get off Reflect here. He's probably going to. Nope, Fake Out. It's totally fine. Ice Spinner into that slot. So he stops me from hitting Muck, which is totally fine. Drain Punch in the Chien Pao, which is going to knock him out. Tailwind's now gone. Moody kicks in. Raise special attack, but drops speed. We'll bring in Fluttermane now. Flamingo is now going to copy the stat changes of Muck. But I'm going to Stomping Tantrum into the Muck slot and then Moonblast into the Flamingo slot, which is that it's weak against fairy moves? What is Flamingo? This is dark type? No? Must be fighting. Gets him pretty far down, but doesn't knock him out, but he will use a berry, Citrus Berry to be specific, to go back up to half. Stomping Tantrum. Now, goes right into the yellow and Muck, does a lot of damage. Brave Bird will now go into Fluttermane, which will knock him out. And what will Muck do? Is it Drain Punch? Damage by recoil. Drain Punch into the Dragonite. It's about, it's a considerable amount of damage, but is it enough to get it back up to full health? No, absolutely not. But it does have Black Sludge. Oh, leftovers, okay. Oh, well, yeah, it's Terrifier. It wouldn't have Black Sludge. That makes sense. Would not need or require Black Sludge. That's fair. Okay, and we're just gonna go ahead and just do Bleak Wind and then Stomping Tantrum against that slot and hope for the best. Its speed was down when Co-Star went off, so I'm gonna be faster than the Muck, especially that Pokemon over there. So we'll see. We'll see. Bleak Wind hits both, knocks out Flamingo. Drops the speed on the Muck, so it makes it even worse for wear. And here comes Stomping Tantrum right into that Muck. Boom. Knocks him out. Whoo! My man Dragonite pulling in some work today. Let's go. That Muck combo, though, that's tearing up like games. All right, next match, we've got Serena, Urshifu, Heatran, Fluttermane, Regidrago, that's cool, and Murkrow. All right, so this is going to be very interesting, guys. Serena with Queenly Majesty prevents priority moves being used against your Pokemon. So it's just like Farafrig, but not Farafrig. And I think she's faster, so there's that. What am I going to do? I do have ways to deal with that side of the field. I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to do it. So I think we'll get set up with Tornadus, Fluttermane. I kind of want to bring in Iron Hands, but with the Serena being there, it's probably going to be really, really hard. We'll bring in Chien Pao, and I think the last Pokemon I'll bring in is going to be Urshifu. Again, Queenly Majesty prevents priority moves. And, oh, I could... I do have access to a ground type move, so I don't have to. Okay, why not? We'll do it. We'll bring in the floor again. We'll leave Iron Hands and Urshifu in the back, and we'll bring in this team. We don't really need anyone to like really realistically use Fake Out because there's like not a lot of setup on their side of the field being used. So in that case, I think we'll be okay for the most part. But here comes Serena and Murkrow against Tornadus and Fluttermane. I'm okay with this outcome, because Serena's grass type, and I can go Tailwind on my side and just go straight into the Moonblast and the Murkrow. They're gonna Terra, and it's gonna be the Serena. That makes sense. It is, and it's Fire. All right, all right. I'm okay with that as well. Tailwind goes off. Murkrow. There you go. Okay, I was like, Murkrow, what are you doing? Tailwind will go off on Murkrow. Moonblast. Boop. Knocks it out. And Bullet Seed. Are you loaded dice? I mean, it's gonna knock out this Fluttermane. There's no way that I can save it. Like I said, there's no way that I could save it, so I'm just gonna let it go. But I'm gonna bring out Dragonite now. And they're gonna bring out their Fluttermane. Okay. And it's going to get a speed in special attack. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get set up maybe for the next turn. We'll do Bleak Wind just in case if it does, what is it? We'll do Bleak Wind in case if it is sashed. And I will Terra Normal, Stomping Tantrum, Serena. Now it's probably going to be thinking I'm going to click Extreme Speed, not thinking that that is a Queenly Majesty. I mean, it could be something else, obviously, but I for sure know that that's what it's going to be. Helping Hand will go into the Flutter Mane. I was going to say I have Tailwind, but they also have Tailwind. Bleak Wind will not hit both, and it will not knock out the Serena, but it does break the sash on both Pokemon. Here comes Stomping Tantrum, which is going to knock out the Serena next. Boop! Now, the thing is, that is a fast Flutter Mane. That is extremely a fast Flutter Mane. What's the 2 more turns on Tailwind on both teams? They've got special attack. So I'll just set up for the next turn and Rain Dance and Stomping Tantrum the Flutter Mane. Dragonite will survive. Good for you. Regidrago is slower, so I don't have anything to fear. What? How is he faster than Dragonite? I have Tailwind, and he's genuinely faster than Regidrago. Like, genuinely faster. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Okay. I'm paying attention. How is he faster? I'm going to figure that out after this match. We're going to Sucker Punch into that slot. Oh, it's really, really interesting. How fast is Regidrago? Is he scarfed? I mean, he has to be, right? They're going to protect, which is totally fine. Sucker Punch does nothing. Ooh. Sash will save him. But Draco Meteor does a lot. But that Draco Power, that thing that he did, made it so that he did a lot of damage. It's pretty much Eruption, but for dragons. And he's the only one that gets it so far. I mean, this match is over. I wish I could have pulled this one out. Sucker Punch into the Flutter Mane. But I kind of want to know why he was able to outspeed me. Dragon Energy goes right into that slot. It's really cool. I'm glad that he's seen play. So Regidrago's base speed is 80. Dragonite's is it's a speed tie. Oh, interesting. Never mind. It's a speed tie. He just won by a speed tie. All right, and our final match is ready to go. We've got, I can't remember his name right now. Greninja, that's it. Greninja, Tyranitar, Houndstone, Water Tauros, Iron Bundle, and that Sand Palossand or something like that. I think that's what its name is. It's a very interesting team comp, to say the least. I'm kind of like tempted to just walking in with like Chien-Pao and Dragonite and just going for it, but I don't think that's the play here. We'll come in with Tornadus, maybe Urshifu. I mean, the Iron Bundle is kind of a problem. Well, it's not going to be a problem, is it? Maybe not. Probably not. Tornadus, Flutter Mane, Last Respects from Houndstone is what I could also be worried about. Dragonite and Chien-Pao. We'll leave Urshifu and Iron Hands in the back. Iron Hands wouldn't do well against T-Tar. It would do really well against like the Water Tauros. in the Iron Bundle and maybe the Palossand, but I doubt it. But I think this is a Last Respect build, really. So Last Respect is going to do more damage for every Pokemon that's knocked out. And so that's what I think it is. So Palossand and Grimmsnarl comes out, not Grimmsnarl, but Greninja comes out on their side of the field. And I open up with Fluttermane and Tornadus. So I don't know what the Palossand is going to do. So I'm just going to get set up with Tailwind on my side. Shadow Ball. Is it both of it? Oh, it's either one or the other. I think Greninja is probably going to be like the most annoying one to deal with, so I'm going to take him out first. Or at least attack him first, I should say. He does have a priority move called Water Shuriken that hits 2 to 5 times. So it might knock out the Fluttermane here. I don't think so, but it's worth a try. I don't know what the Palossand's going to do though. Okay, calls him back. And it's T-Tar. Activate Sandstream. Terra. And it's going to be Greninja. Ghost. Okay. Tailwind goes off. Moonblast into that slot. Oh, it almost barely knocks, or doesn't knock him out. Terra Blast goes right into Fluttermane, I think. Yep. It's super effective, which is going to knock her out. Totally fine with that. Now this puts me in like a really precarious situation because I have to... Oh, no. The Sandstorm goes first. All right, then. I'm not in a situation as I thought I was, which I'm okay with. So I'll bring out Chien-Pao next. I will then use Rain Dance to get rid of the sand. And I'm going to Sucker Punch. Yeah, I'm going to Sucker Punch into the Greninja. Oh, we withdrew it. Misplayed. They called it. Palossand comes out next. That's cool. Withdrew T-Tar. To bring out Houndstone. It's a nice shiny bunch here. Rain Dance. We're going to get rid of the weather here and bring in our own, which is probably why they swapped out T-Tar, because they kind of knew that was going to happen. Bleak Wind, and I'm just going to Ice Spinner into the Palossand. Now they can swap back out and bring out T-Tar and reset the weather. Probably what they're going to do. Yep. This is going to proc the thing. Ice Spinner right into T-Tar. It's not super effective, but it does a lot of damage. Bleak Wind will do a lot of damage as well. Play Rough. Will not take out Chien-Pao, but does pretty close. I mean, the Sash was already going to get popped anyway just because of the Sandstorm. So that's kind of sucks. We can continue playing this Weather War. I'm okay with it. And I'm going to Ice Spinner. We're gonna, yep. We're gonna continue playing this Weather War. I'm okay with it. Again, Palossand will come out next. I'm gonna go straight into that Houndstone though. Ice Spinner. Boom. And Tailwind's gone. Who knows? Maybe that was the strat the entire time. Maybe they were just trying to withdraw, you know, Tailwind. Who knows? But I'm gonna Bleak Wind, and I'm gonna Ice Spinner into the Cloth Sand because he's probably gonna swap out. He does not. He hits him with his own Water Shuriken. Weakness policy. Oh, okay. All right. So he's maxed out defense now. Ice Spinner will now go into that slot. Boom. Bleak Wind. Which, oh, almost knocked out both of them. Drops the Palossand speed down, but that water thing, that's pretty interesting. Giga Drain doesn't do a whole lot for Qian Pao, but I appreciate the time and energy that you took to do that. Okay, now I'm going to bring out Dragonite. And he'll bring out T-Tar. Sandstone kicked up. I'm going to do Rain Dance so it doesn't pop. It doesn't pop Dragonite's Multiscale. Terra Normal, and I'm just going to go straight. Does this work on both? It does not work on both. Terra Normal. I don't want to extreme speed because I don't think has no effect on the sand, so that's not a good idea. Yeah. Terra Normal, Stomping Tantrum into the Palossand, and that sets me up for T-Tar next turn. So he's Ghost. What was that move? That was a really interesting move there. Water Compaction. Every time he's hit by a water move. Oh, neat. So Palossand goes down. That's a really interesting tech. Rock Slide goes in. Does knock out the Tornadus, but that's okay because it does hardly anything to Dragonite. And he can't swap out. I can't swap out. They Terra'd. And yeah, this is the game. I am Choice Banded Dragonite Terra Normal, so Rock Slide isn't going to do a whole lot. Stomping Tantrum right into the T-Tar is going to knock him out. Woo! And there you have it, folks. We are currently 5 matches in, our first 5 matches in Season 9, going from the end of July to the end of August. I'm actually very excited. This team is shown to be really resourceful at times. I do like the ability of having Fake Out to stop progression on certain things, and I do like having the ability of not only clicking Extreme Speed with Dragonite, and Multiscale just makes him even better. I don't know why I haven't used him up until this point, but in this season, we are. So if you can't beat them, join them and then make it better. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for me today. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please do not forget to do all the YouTubey things, which is to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. Subscribe if you're new. We are trying to hit a brand new goal for August, since today is August 1st, of still 400 subs. We would like to try to hit the 1,000 by the end of the year, but we'll see how much that we can hit with our goal this time. Again, 400 is not as easy, but it's still a little bit of a climb, but with your guys' help, I know that we can make it. With that all being said, that's going to be the team. I'm going to ask you guys about today's highlights. Let's say, you know what? Dragonite seemed to be like the biggest MVP in there. I mean, Tornadus was like a close second. He helped out quite a bit. Fluttermane, not so much. So probably we'll need to change Fluttermane here pretty soon, but we'll see how everything goes. But for today's highlight, what'd you guys like of the movesets for Dragonite, the item for Dragonite, the ability? I mean, I like Multiscale, I like Choice Band, and I do like the movesets that I selected. I'm glad that I stayed with some of them instead of just like not staying with some of them, but to each their own. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, happy Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.